Yeah, I was just over on old Rusty Rivets looking through his thing. It took me a link to another link, and their shit's on here too. But see this here pick, 6-pointed star, which is the cube, right? Jews use it, black sun. See here? What's the name of the song? Stairway to Hell by the Unknown Welder. Interesting stuff, especially when they're using this logo and all of this on the outside. Kind of reminds me of there's a group called the Rotary Club and the Lions Club. Can you figure that out? The Rotary Club and the Lions Club. And you got these guys right here. Except they wear a little bit different flag when they're flying it over a certain country. Okay? And this cube is where? On the North Pole of where? Saturn. And on the North Pole is Santa. Interesting stuff. And I mean, you know, the color combination just gives it away. There's your red, there's your blue, and there's your black. And here it is. It's the stairway to. Now, stairs go in two directions. They go up and down. So the bottom line is, you can pretty much guess what this symbol is referring to here. So our Red Sea pedestrian friends aren't the friends that you thought that they were, at least not some time ago. I'm guilty of it too, man. Like I said, we all got conned for the most part. The church is nothing but a scam. Jesus Christ had nothing to do with any of that crap. And I don't care if the letter J was around. I don't care if his name was Mervyn Smurdlap. It's not the man, it's the message, and it's I'm telling you, you're gonna have to pick a side. You know, there's not gonna be any more walking on the fence. This shit's becoming too obvious. You know, you're either gonna stand for this shit. Look, you're all gonna die. You have to. You're in the flesh. It says it's appointed once for a man to live and once for a man to die, and then the judgment. Well, we've kind of already been semi-judged from the first time around, if you want to go by the biblical story that we're part of the fucking problem. But however you want to take it, you really need to sit down and look at this stuff that you're seeing and saying, is this all a coincidence, or is there really something biblically behind this stuff? Because if it's true, then you're being given a chance. You're seeing something that most people aren't even getting a chance to see. That should tell you that, you know, I know it's neat to be a badass and all of that stuff, but there comes a time when repentance is an important thing. I know that sounds funny coming from a guy that tells everybody that looks at him sideways to fuck off, but you know, I have to, you know, at night I have to, you know, ask to be forgiven for that stuff. And I know that doesn't go with everybody's theories and all of that stuff. I'm just telling you, it's my responsibility to tell you to think about what I'm saying. If I'm wrong, then there's no problem. No harm, no foul. It amounts to nothing. If I'm right, at least I'm trying to fucking help, you know, and I'm doing it with a very bad potty mouth. I just caught that. You know, these idiots that come on here with a last-ditch effort saying I got an agenda. What fucking agenda do I have? What, to expose the shit that I'm supposedly covering up? The colors bear it out. The symbols bear it out. Symbols don't lie. Okay? If this is all that there is in the world, if that's all that there is in the whole galaxy, then I guess that I'm guilty of being a bad guy. I don't think that that's the case. I think this represents where we're at least partially. Okay? And if you wanted to go farther into this thing, then be my guest. I'm just trying to give you eyes open so that you're aware of the path that you're on. Okay? If you look at this picture of this guy, don't you think it's funny that you can see through the sky? Don't you think that's odd? Because this would have to be an awfully big window for it to be a reflection. And no, I don't think it's a real dude that you can see through. It's the illusion that's being given. You're gonna have to make a choice on which way you want to go. You can't stand like a fucking fence post. Okay? My decision may not be your decision, but I'm telling you, when they give you shit this blatant, and they give you this symbol in these colors, these guys aren't out here for fun, man. They are helping you, but they're fucking you at the same time. That's all I can tell you about this video. Old Rusty Rivets is tied in with a certain group, and they got an agenda. And it's time you come up with your own agenda about which side of the fence you're going to stand on.